Good morning, Facebook. Who is up at 9 in the morning? I'm sure a lot of you are. Don't have work today. I do. I have work. I'm actually on my way to Restaurant Depot. Need to get some food, some ajicitos to make fresh sofrito. We make sofrito every single week. I'm just gonna see and wait till some people come on. Good morning. You could announce yourself so I could say hi. We have 5 people. Like I said, I'm driving to Restaurant Depot. There is very little traffic. I went to the supermarket early this morning. I said, let me try to go early this morning just to get, your everyday things, and the supermarket line at 8 in the morning was ridiculous. I think I went before yesterday as well. I said, you know what, the supermarket by us, by the time we get home from the restaurant, it must have been like, I don't know, close to 10:30. So the supermarket closes at 10:30. So usually at that time, there's about maybe 4-5 cars tops in the parking lot. So I said, it's a good time to go to the supermarket because the day before, no, I didn't go the day before. So yeah, it was a good time to go to the supermarket, and the supermarket, almost closing time, was packed. It was like really, really packed. I was like, what the hell? So I just saw the line almost to the door. I said, hell no, I'm not waiting on this line. So I left, and then I came in the morning. So I came in the morning, y otra vez, the same thing, this massive line. I said, what the hell is going on with people? People are just like panicking. So I said, you know what, let me try this morning. I woke up at 8. So literally I threw on some clothes. Because I said, let me get there before, everybody else gets there. So I threw on some clothes, brushed my mouth like in a second, and got out because the supermarket opens at 7 in the morning. So again, I was like, okay, this is not too bad. The parking lot is full, but I didn't see the line doors. So I said, okay, I could do this. So I got my things in a basket. Because again, I'm not overreacting. I'm not there to buy out the whole supermarket and toilet paper and bounties. Give me 1 second. Just load this down so you guys could hear me. I like to listen to 432 hertz. That's a really good frequency. If you guys haven't heard of it, this is a frequency that calms you. It centers you. You could really kind of cool down with that frequency. It's called 432 hertz. Look it up and listen to it whenever you're having problems or you just need a bit of calming down. So I meditate with this almost on a daily basis. It's really, really good for the mind. So, make a long story short, I went today. Then, I got my little basket. And I'm ready to get on a line that has like maybe five shopping carts. Very full, but I said, hey, it's not too bad. When they tell me, no, the line is around, the whole supermarket. I said, wait, so there's no like individual lines? So then I went to see if I could get on the express line because I only had a basket. So you have to make the same line to go to any register. And this is at Food Bazaar in Jersey. So I was just like, hell no. So, so I just want to say that I'm a little skeptical of everything that's going on. I watched the news because I was raised up by, I'm Puerto Rican mother that used to put on Telemundo at 6 o'clock for the news on an everyday basis. So it's almost like instilled in me. But I limit myself and I say, you know what? Like, I watched it a couple times just because you want to hear, in a sense, like what's going on. But then, when you hear the news, I think the news right now is fear-mongering, which just means they put you in a state of panic, in a state of fear. And I don't like it. I don't like the way the news makes me feel after I watch it. So I said, you know what? I am not watching the news, because if I don't watch the news, I feel normal. I go about my everyday life. I'm washing my hands because I always wash my hands. I shower because I always shower. So these are precautions that you should be taking on an everyday basis. There are people that always have their hands in their mouth, or, tienen una costumbre como kind of germy. I'm not one of those people. I get home, I wash my hands. I get to the restaurant, I wash my hands. In the restaurant, I wash my hands 1,000,000 times. This is always me because I work around food, so I'm constantly washing my hands. But again, the news has everyone going crazy. No one's coming out. Thankfully, we've been okay. The restaurant has been okay, but this is just only the beginning of all of this. This is only the beginning. And if people are acting like this now, there are not going to be stores for you to shop at, because we're going to hit such a recession because people are living in fear and are not going out. So what happens if you're not spending your money, if you're not going to work and making money? What's going to happen to the economy? It's going to fall. It's going to tumble. So if you think that you're a little uncomfortable now, if we continue to live in fear and not go out and not share time with our family and live our everyday life, we're going to hit rock bottom, because again, people aren't supporting anything. They're going to the supermarket and staying home. So from what I understand, this is a cold just like any other cold. You get better, Before you get better, maybe you get worse. Everybody's body is different. So everybody's body is different. Now, if you have underlying conditions, then you may get it a little worse because you're already somewhat sick. But for you to stay home and not to live and fear, and then you're glued to the television, the news isn't helping you. The only thing that the news is doing is making you more afraid. So in my mind, because I always try to think what they tell me, what they're not telling me, and in between. So I feel that whenever the system wants us to react a certain way, they tell us one thing, because they know that the general public, most of them are very naive, and most of them panic. They go crazy. And this is what's happening now. I'm not panicking because I'm not sick. No one around me that I know of, and I've asked so many people, do you know anyone? Do you know anyone? No one that has this. But yet, in the news, this one died, that one died, or this one is ill, they found this woman. And so I sit at home and I say, could it be a lie? Could this all be a lie? Could this be fear-mongering? Could this be a reason to put us in a recession? So sometimes you have to think outside of the box. I'm not saying that this is what it is, but just because something tells you this is the way it is, should you take their word for it and just believe that this is it? You know, so I question everything, because as a human being, you have to question everything. Do you believe, something that your mom says just because she says it? No. You do your own research and you try to figure it out and put the puzzle pieces together. But just because the news is telling all of this to us, we're going to go act crazy getting all this, paper toilet and like, I mean, crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. So all I say is live your life. Toilet paper, you should be washing and cleaning your ass anyway. Why are you running out to get toilet paper? This is where the mentality of some people, I don't get. But this is where the news manipulates a certain type of individual. The individual that stays glued to the news and believes every single thing they hear. And what happens? They panic. They overreact. So all I say, wash your hands, because you should be washing your hands any damn way. I wash my hands all the time. And then people make comments about President Trump speaking. They asked him about, I think he shook hands with the leader of Brazil, and he was going around it and around it. So people are saying, oh my God, how come the president hasn't been tested and he could be, infecting people? So yes, you could see it that way. You could see it just like I said, oh my God, why the president? But you could also see it, maybe there's nothing to panic about. Maybe this is all just made up. Maybe. I'm not saying it is. But the way I think, I just try to think at the same time outside of the box. Because if he's not panicking, that tells you something. I mean, for people to think that a president is going to be infected with something and not do anything, I mean, think about it. These people have so much money to shove up their butt and all of our butts. I'm going through the 59th Street Bridge, so this is why you see the light. Yes, it's God beaming on me. But so, I think any sickness, if a president were to get it, they'd be the first ones cured. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think outside of the box, we need to learn how to do. Stop being so gullible and believing every single thing that you hear. Just because the media is reading a teleprompter and reading it over and over, you turn on any news channel and exactly the same story, the same thing 100 million times. So it's maybe like your mother when you were a kid. I mean, it's happened to some of us, or someone in your family when you were a kid. They always said, you're ugly, you're fat. So as many times as they repeat that you're ugly and you're fat. Because why? That's the power of repetition. That's the power of hearing it over and over. What does that do? It plays tricks on your mind. So you listen to the news and everything is corona. So what happens? You start going crazy and panicking. So they're doing exactly what they intended to do, was panic, to make fear. Did you know that fear is the lowest frequency? It's the lowest vibration. Fear is opposite of love. Love is the highest vibration. But if we're all living in fear right now, what do you think is coming? Do you think something positive is coming for the world? It's not. Because you're all living in fear. You're scared. So, if you don't know these things, you have to really educate yourself. You have to educate yourself, because fear is the lowest vibration. And when you watch the news, does it enlighten you? On an everyday basis, does it enlighten you? Does it make your life better? Do you feel like, oh my God, I feel so motivated. I just watched the morning news. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to live my life because I feel amazing? Or does it make you look over your shoulder because maybe you think that the killer, there's this guy walking slowly behind you, and you saw this story that they're raping people, and you start walking faster because subconsciously this is in your mind. So this is why we act the way we act, because we're taking in all this information. We're taking it in, and then this makes us act the way we act. We don't realize these things, but subconsciously, everything that we hear, everything that we see stays in our subconscious. And that makes us act the way we act. So, ask yourself these questions. I had to do a live. Yesterday, I was going to do a live in my office, but I got caught up doing other things. But, I'm here. I don't know it all, because I don't. But I feel like my life purpose is, if I could get to 2 of you, I always try to motivate you guys. I always try to tell you positive things. You could do this, you could do that. Go out there and get it. But I feel if I could connect with 2 of you, or 3 of you, or 5 of you, and you could connect to 2 or 5 more people, then we're making a change. So these are things that you have to ask yourself. Do you feel enlightened by watching the news? Does it make you feel good? And if it doesn't, stop watching it. Stop watching it. Watch and do things that make you feel good, that empower you and your family. Because you running frantic is not good for yourself or for your family. You know what I'm saying? Now, for you to be prepared is a totally different story. I'm not saying, don't get, some groceries or this or that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is for you not to live your normal life. You have to live. So the day is gorgeous out. It's so beautiful. We were waiting for this weather. Now we have this gorgeous weather, and you're not going to go out because you're living in fear? You can't fear. You can't. Because I believe when something's going to get you, it's going to get you. You know what I'm saying? What I do say is, yes, wash your hands the way you normally do. If you're not one to wash your hands, you should be washing your hands. Because you touch so many different things. When you get home, take off your clothes. Don't be sitting on your bed with dirty clothes from outside. These are things that, this was how I was raised. You don't get on your bed with clothes from outside. You taking the train, I mean, you know how many people sit on that train and you're going to sit on your bed and all of your stuff from your house? That's common sense. You should be doing this anyway. So now you want to run all crazy because all you hear in every freaking news outlet is coronavirus. Come on, man. You can't do it. And so what happens is already subconsciously you're taking all of this in. You're taking all of this in, and you know the fear, you may act like it's not getting to you, but the fear is there. So you know what? You wake up and you're like, ooh, is my throat a little itchy? Oh my God, I think my throat is, oh my God. I may have it. This is the power that they have over us. They manipulate our freaking minds. And we allow it. Oh my God. I mean, right now, you wake up early in the morning, it's winter. Okay? This is how the weather is. So you wake up early in the morning, it's winter. Then in the afternoon, it's spring or summer, depending on the day. So the weather is totally out of whack. But that's a whole nother story. Because if you ask me, I do believe they control the weather. Call me crazy. It's okay. So, the weather now is hot, cold, no in between. So now, because the weather is so hot and cold, no in between, we get sick. So now, normally, take coronavirus, you haven't watched the news at all. At all. You don't know nothing. You wake up, you're sneezing, coño. Let me get the Vicks out. I think I got a cold. But now, you get the slightest itch. Oh my God. Oh my God. You start panicking. So this is what they do to us. This is what they do to us, and we allow it. Why can't you just have a cold? Why can't you just have the flu? So sometimes, not sometimes, the mind is so powerful that, you know what? If you have, what is that disease? Hypochondriac. You could be a hypochondriac. And you can make your own self sick. Why? Because your mind is sick. So, you're not sick, but you always think, ay, Dios mío. There's some people like that. Tengo esto, tengo lo otro, and you're perfectly healthy. But why do you get sick? Because your mind is sick. The mind controls everything. That's like our little computer. So if you got an effed up mind, you're not going to be healthy. Nothing's going to work out for you. I mean, you're going to be in the shit. Because your mind is not healthy. So stop giving power and allowing people to manipulate your mind. Because without your mind, you're nothing. So learn how to think out of the box. And I say this with so much love. I say this with so much love. Because we are the change. We got to change the way we think about things. And we can't be so gullible to just, because the system tells us it's like this, we got to believe it. Where do we question things? How could you just believe anything that you hear? Come on. You can't do that. So I'm not living in fear. I'm going to Restaurant Depot right now. If you come to the restaurant, I'm going to shake your hand. I'm going to kiss you. I'm going to hug you. Because I don't live in fear. God and the universe have me covered. I will not live in fear. And I won't let them have the upper hand on me and my soul and my mind. That belongs to me. So, I wish you guys the most amazing day. It is so beautiful out. So beautiful. Put on something, go to the park, listen to the birds, Raise your vibration. Listen to 432 Hertz. Cook for your family. Spend time with your family. Go support local businesses. Because I'm telling you one thing. If you guys don't go out, we're going to hit a really, really bad recession. And this is not fear-mongering. This is true facts. If you don't support the brick and mortars, you're not going to have any. So, don't live in fear. Go out. Wash your hands. Do everything like you normally do. And live. So, we're open. As usual. We will be there. Our employees will be there. Serving up some delicious Puerto Rican food. I love you guys. I hope I've inspired any one of you in any way. And I hope you spread that inspiration, because this is what we need. We need to stick together in everything. And we need to speak. You know, you can speak your mind and we could debate, because this is why we're human. And this is what makes us think. Because sometimes you may say something that I may not be thinking about. And you may persuade me to think a little differently or open up my mind. So we have to try to do exactly that. Open up our minds and read the invisible. Read what is not being told to us. And when you ask God and the universe for enlightenment, you see the truth behind all of the lies. And let me tell you, we're constantly being lied to. We're always being lied to. Do you think the system is so honest? Do you think the system really cares about us? So these are things you have to question and open your mind. Once again, it's Saturday. It's a gorgeous day out. The sun is shining, as you can see. It's going to be like 60 degrees. Go out, go to the park, go get something to eat. And spread love, not fear. Okay? I love you guys, and see you later. Well, I mean, stop and read some of your comments, but I'm driving, but let me see. I think my sister would kill me. I think my sister's listening. She's like, don't be on the phone. But you see, I have the phone down. I'm not touching it. But now, since I'm at a red light for a couple seconds, I'm going to read a couple of your comments so you feel loved, because you are always loved. Veronica, amen. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Great food and great service. Thank you, Veronica. Awilda, enjoy, Nene, this beautiful day. I sure will. I'm not staying home. No. I can't be home. I can't be home so much. It just, I don't like it. I like to be home a little bit. I rest a little, and then I got to go out, because I don't like being a prisoner. You know, there's only but so much you can do at home, you know? So I like to be out and breathe in the fresh air and see the birds and, you know, look at nature. I love all of those things. Christine, hey, Christine. Christine, you've been a bad girl, okay? I have not seen you yet. I'm going to put you on blast. I'm sorry. I have not seen you not once at the restaurant, Christine. I love you. I love all of your comments, but you need to bring your butt to the restaurant, okay? I have not seen you not one time, Christine. But God bless you. God bless your family. You know, hi, Christine. Jacqueline says, God bless you. God bless you. My sister says, yes, she is laughing out loud. Park. So yeah, I think after this red light, There's a little traffic here. I think I'll because I'm early. It's only 9:30, and I have to be at the restaurant by 11:30. So I'm always very early. The restaurant is my second home. So when you do something that you love, it doesn't feel like work. Although sometimes, business is a little overwhelming. But when you love what you do, it feels good. Oh, no, somebody's driveway. I don't want to park there. So if I'm up early, sometimes I'm like, I'll just go to the restaurant. I'll pick up here, I'll pick up there, or I'll clean. But I feel like I'm home. That's what happens when you're doing something that you love and you're doing something with purpose. You don't run from it. The average person kind of is like, oh my God, I got to go to work. I look forward to going to work. I look forward to interacting with you and talking to you. I like that. All right, I'm going to park here so I can read a couple more comments. Let me see. Now I can grab the phone. Okay, let me see. Hold on, so you can see me right there. I have seen you. Yeah, I don't think so. I haven't seen you at the restaurant, Christine. Maybe you're a different Christine, but I think you are the same Christine. Okay, so let me read some more of your comments. And once again, thank you so much for coming on this live with me and staying on and listening to what I have to say. I know I'm just a random person just sharing, my beliefs with you. Some people may agree and some people may not, but it's fine because we all have different belief systems. But all that conversation does is just open up your mind a little bit more. So I appreciate you taking the time to actually listen. Yeah, Lucille, I have a bad cold and so I'm covered in Vicks, of course. I know. Us Puerto Ricans, everything is Vicks. That news is there to let you know what's happening. But yes, some people will take it to another level. They go beyond. And that will make you feel afraid. It's true. We all have to continue to live. Yes, that is so true. But sometimes I just don't believe the news. Sometimes I question the news. I question where it comes from. Because the news anchors just read off of a teleprompter. So it makes me think, who is creating these stories that every single news station has the same story? Where's it coming from? It's not like you could speak your own view. You're just reading off of a teleprompter. So if you agree with it or not, you're still giving the information that they want you to give. So I don't really buy all the news. I think the news is in place to keep us in fear, to brainwash us, to continue to live in fear, because the news is not uplifting. It's always a robbery, a mugging, a rape. And if you don't listen to the news, I feel you live more freely. You really live, because just because someone is walking slow behind you doesn't mean that they're out to get you. But because of what you see, it makes you think, this person may be out to get me because they're walking slow behind me. But maybe they're just walking slow. Maybe they're not in a rush. Why do we have to think that? So it does manipulate us into feeling a certain way. But if you don't watch the news, you won't hear all of this stuff. So you'll live and you'll realize that there's no reason to be afraid or to live in fear. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the news is completely false. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying for the most part, I think it's an agenda on our mind, you know, to continue to have us living in fear. And so that's where, because it is a habit with me, sometimes I turn on the news and then I'm like, why the hell did I turn on the news? So I tell Victor all the time, you know, like, because I am a creature of habit, and sometimes I'm working at home, I like a little background noise, and I put on the news. And then again, I'm like, why do I listen to this? And I turn it off. Because all they talk about is bad things. So this is where I say, when do we make the choice to want to feel good? If something doesn't make you feel good, why do it? So that is my problem with the news. It doesn't make you feel good. It makes you, even if you don't admit it, in your subconscious, it programs you to be afraid. So this is why, if I do turn it on, literally I'm turning it off so quickly, because it's always something bad. Carmen says, good morning. Best to go in the morning. And Jose and Pasta Penil, or maybe Pasta Asopao. Alyssa says, God bless you and be well, brother. Thank you for this powerful message and your delicious food. Linda says, amen, so true. Susie says, wow, what you just said about the power of repetition, on point, Papa. Yes, Susie, it is true. It really is true, and you guys know it. You guys, nosotros tenemos tanto complejo because our parents sometimes really meant well, but maybe some of our parents said, you're stupid, or you're never going to do this, or you're never going to do that. And so what happens with the power of repetition is you believe it. So this is how people mess with your mind. And it's not just the news, it's not just the systems that are in place in this world, it's our own family. So it just goes to show you that it works, because we've all lived it. So again, this is where you have to open up your mind. And when something is said too much, something is not right. They're trying to work on the mind. For what? To panic. And now, if you go to, that's exactly what people are doing. They're panicking. They're panicking. So, they're winning because we are panicking. Just my thought. Tiffy says, also, if you haven't been overseas, they won't test you even if you display all symptoms. That's another thing. Monica, God bless you, Derek. Oh, Monica, I love seeing all your pictures and the kids and stuff. I love watching you. Sending love and safety to you and the family. So, Kevin says, ask the universe for enlightenment. Only one that can give enlightenment is the Lord God who created the universe. Anyway, man, I'm with you on not living in fear. Thank you so much, Kevin. So another thing about the hospital. So you feel, I have an itchy throat. So again, you know, oh my God, I'm sick. You go to the hospital, all these people, you know, half the people are sick, you know, not with the corona, with the flu or with whatever else they have. You go to the hospital, y ahí sí te va a enfermar. So it's like, it's just too much going on. But okay, I ranted long enough. Again, I hope I've inspired you. I hope I've opened up your mind just a little bit more to maybe question things. It's okay to question. And when you start questioning things and you start doing your own research and just asking for enlightenment, you really start to see all of the things that are hidden. You start to really understand, or begin to understand, how this world really works. But you have to ask the questions. If you're just believing and taking in all the information that they give you and you don't ask questions, you're never going to get anywhere. You're just going to continue to be molded and continue to be, how do I say? I don't know. I don't know what the wording that I want to say, but it's just, you're just going to continue to be led. You're not going to lead. You're going to continue to be led because someone is telling you what to do, how to do it, how to think, how to dress. This all comes from the system. They set a trend, everyone follows it. They do this, everyone follows it. So it's nice to be different. And I am different. Just because everyone that has money, the system shows you have money, you get a BMW, you get a Mercedes, you get a Bentley. You show that you have money. This is the system. And people, oh my God, I have money. I'm a business owner. I want a Mercedes. I have to show that I have money. You see how the system manipulates you? And we all fall for it. You have money, be quiet. That's fine. I got an Old Navy jacket. I don't know. Victor bought it for me, maybe $35. I'm as happy as I can be. I don't drive a Mercedes. I drive a RAV4. I'm as happy as can be. I don't need to show what I have or what I don't have, because that doesn't make me. The trend is, in the 90s was baggy clothes. Everybody wore baggy clothes. Now you wear baggy clothes, they look at you like you're... Who does that? The system, the trend. So they manipulate us to live certain lives or act a certain way. Because once we see everyone doing it, we follow. Everything is a system. So you have to understand those things and be guided by love, not fear. Now I gotta go. I love you guys so much. And this is why I share all of this with you. Help someone today. Buy somebody a cup of coffee. Shake their hand. Don't live in fear. Go out. Support your local businesses. Go to the bodega down the block. Come visit us. Listen to some salsa music. Get your alcapurrias, your bacalaito. I would love to talk to you. And just keep on living. Keep on living. Okay? I love you guys. Mwah! I love you. Bye.